There was a bunch of failures. The only thing now that we can do is, unfortunately, learn from those failures.
The Secret Service under intense scrutiny 2 days after former President Donald Trump's ear was grazed by a bullet while speaking at a rally near Pittsburgh. A spectator was killed. We now know the 20-year-old gunman bought 50 rounds of ammo hours before he fired shots from a nearby rooftop with a clear line of sight to the rally.
I think the preparation was not good.
The big question, why was that rooftop not properly secured?
I believe it's the failure of the Secret Service to have provided adequate resources. They didn't have the manpower to protect that building, to seal off that building.
Federal law enforcement claiming that was the responsibility of local police. But retired Secret Service agent Robert Caltabiano, who lives here in Texas, says that just doesn't cut it.
I am very sad, very mad at the fact of people coming to the law enforcement and looking at this individual on the roof, and nothing happened. And that is a catastrophic failure in my mind, whether it's local law enforcement or the Secret Service.
Is there anything that sticks out in your mind specifically that you would have liked to have seen been done differently in this situation?
Yes. And I can't get into so many different details, but some of the assets that they should have had, they did not have around the former president. And the additional personnel. In my view, that building should have had people, what we call posted over there. Nobody should have been on top of that building. Nobody.
Caltabiano tells me Donald Trump himself did the right thing amid the chaos because the former president immediately dropped to the ground once he'd been shot. That bought agents valuable time to rush to Trump's aid.
I think as the individuals go, those agents on site did the best that they could with what they had.
But Caltabiano worries that with law enforcement stretched so thin and with Trump rallies like this going off without a hitch for so long, there may have been a false sense of security.
With complacency, sometimes comes disaster. Until I think the visceral hate in this country changes, actions like this is going to continue.